How are you finding it?
Cold. It's good though. I'm enjoying myself and settling in pretty well.
There's not many teams that I can think of across the world, especially none that I've played in, that probably enjoy the rugby more than we do out there.
Warriors! Yes!
I've enjoyed over the pre-season. So yeah, it was a good change of scene for me. I'm still living in Edinburgh at the moment though.
So you're commuting through, is that right, with Glenn?
Yeah, so myself and Glenn and Johnny Matthews, we all live in Edinburgh, so we car share at the moment.
And you argue over the podcast, are you? Who decides what you listen to? Well, it's weekly, I hope.
The car that I drive is 14 years old.
No podcast.
There's FM radio and that's it. So.
I believe the first night that you arrived, you went and met all the squad. And
so it was a long flight, about 29 hours, and yeah, got in about 11:30. So yeah, straight to the Halloween party / welcome party. So
we've seen some pictures.
Yeah, it was either that or stay home and mess up my body clock even more. So yeah, I thought I'd go out and meet the lads. And
did you dress up?
Yeah, I went as a pirate. Got there and Siwa had my costume all sorted out, so yeah, went in prepared.
The role the club has played in my career, my life for the last sort of 6, 7, 8 years is probably the main reason why I want to stay here. You know, the guys in and around the squad, the talents of the squad, but also the guys off the pitch and socially we got on really well. The quality of staff that we have upstairs and the supporters as well are fantastic. So it was a pretty easy decision from my point of view. I think if you go back to sort of the beginnings of Glasgow rugby, just the creation of something from nothing really, and then you see that progression in the last sort of probably decade, and probably more importantly the style of rugby that we try and play on the pitch. You know, when you play rugby, you want to have fun doing it, you want to enjoy what you're doing. There's not many teams that I can think of across the world, especially none that I've played in, that probably enjoy the rugby more than we do out there, and that sort of comes right from the pitch into the changing room, into the gym and the physio room, into how we act with each other off the pitch, how our families interact with each other, and how we interact with the supporters and everyone around the club. So it's a brilliant place to be involved in.
Hey guys, we're just going to go into a little bit of kick-off stuff. We've got 4 kick-offs here. Clear on that, so we'll have full opposition against us.
Yeah, last year was amazing from my point of view. For us to get to a final, obviously it was disappointing not to win it, but to be able to get 50,000 plus supporters to come into a rugby game in Glasgow on the same day as a cup final shows how much this club has built just in the public awareness, and how the success of this club has driven that. And I think the potential of the squad is right up there with probably certainly the best in the league. Could potentially be one of the top clubs in Europe, but there's a difference between having that potential and making sure that we fulfill that potential. So that's the challenge that we've all got: players, coaches, staff members, fans. That's the challenge that we've all got over this year and next year in the league and in Europe, to make sure that we can really kick on it and put in performances week on, week out.
Hi guys, how you doing? Good to see you. Back in colder climates.
When I was younger, everyone used to be right into goal setting, and they used to talk about plan 6 weeks ahead, 6 months ahead, 2 years ahead. What I've learned is if you do that, it can be a dangerous place if your goal doesn't come off, or if you get injured and all of a sudden it puts a spanner in the works. So from my point of view, You know, I just want to play consistently well. I want to play for Glasgow first and foremost and play consistently well for us. I want to win things with Glasgow. If from a personal point of view, I could do that and I can be successful on the pitch as a Glasgow player, then obviously that will help me go on and be hopefully successful as a Scotland player as well. So I just want to be fit for as long as possible and playing as consistently well as I can.
Obviously this weekend we have Sale, so kind of what you're looking for out of that game?
It's going to be a physical game. European games, doesn't really matter who you play, they're always physical, they're always quick and intense. You know, they are more likened to an international game than they are a Pro 14 game, no matter what opposition you come up against. Sale will be very physical. They've got a lot of big hard runners, particularly in that back row and in their centres. You know, they've got a good forward pack, they've got a good strong set piece. So from our point of view, it'll be doing the basics really well. We know the style of rugby we play can open up any team, but in order to do that, we've got to defend really well. We've got to be physical and get off the line. We've got to scrum really well. We've got to be good at line-out maul, good at line-out defence. If we can put all those basic pieces to our game together, then we should be able to generate enough quick ball to hurt teams.